Hello, this is your RPG Archivist, and I hadn't seen you in a while. Well, that's okay, because I decided I was going to back off on all the video shooting, as I just can't keep up with that kind of a schedule right now. Forgive any background noises you might be hearing. I've got my door open, but I got my painting stuff set up. I'm going to tell you now, this is not going to be a typical video for me. This is not even related at all to role-playing games. This is just something I felt like shooting for fun, since I had to do it anyway. It is a painting video, but no, I will not be painting my miniatures. By the way, I'm thinking about this guy being my next miniature that I paint. This is the Esquimel Rogue figure from the Reaper line. And there's a story behind why I want to paint this guy, but that's not what I'm painting today. I'm doing, what would I even call this video? Stagecraft? Anyway, there's a show being done at the Port Arthur Theater, and somebody wanted me to repaint these. They need a golden arrow for the show. And this is what the original arrow looked like. This is one of the broken ones. You know, things get broken at the theater. So I'm sitting here. They've already tried to paint it with a gold spray paint. And as you can see, it's kind of dull looking. So it is my job to make it not dull looking and maybe give it a little oomph, a little spice. So this is what I got. I got my water. Hey, I learned a tip that I didn't even know about. Did you know when working with metallic paints, you're supposed to have a separate water bowl or water cup to rinse your brushes out for your metallics? Separate from your colors. I did not know that. I saw it on somebody's random video on YouTube, and I went, oh, okay. Did not know that. But since I'm working with all metallics today, let's see. These are the metallics that I was given. Somebody went and bought like a ton of metallic paints, hobby paints, not miniature paints. I've heard some people actually use some hobby paints with their miniature paints. I've done it a couple of times. You got to be careful because they're not really meant for that. Splendid gold, glorious gold, rich espresso. And I've got silver and champagne gold. That might be interesting. I've got white pearl. Nice. It's interesting. I've got warm penny. And I've got rose gold. Okay. We could take out rose gold, warm penny, and espresso right out because we're going for a golden arrow, which leaves us these paints here. It's going to be a tough one. Now, you say, that's silver. What are you going to use silver for? Well, I'll show you later. I have an idea of what I want to do with the silver. I don't know. I might end up using the white pearl. I don't know. Definitely going to use the silver. And I'm going to use one of these gold colors. I'm sure any one of these will probably be shinier than this, what they got here. I don't know. I guess we're going to see. I'm going to turn this off as I make a decision on which one of these I'm going to use first. And I'll be back with you. Wow. When in doubt, paint your colors out. Check it. I decided to get a good look at what these look like other than going by what the top's saying. Boy, am I glad I did. These are some unexpected colors. These two, the champagne gold, the white pearl, they're semi-translucent. This is like putting a gold glitter on your a glossy gold glitter on your paint job. This one's similar, only on the more silver side. This is like a glossy silver. These two are the only ones that were truly opaque. This shimmering silver and glorious gold. This one, the splendid gold, looks good, but it goes on really, really thin. How do I? You could see through it, not so much as this one, but in fact, this is after 2 coats over here. If you can see what I'm talking about. Am I got my camera angled right? It's hard to tell. This stand is kind of weird. But anyway, yeah. So it's not at all what I expected. Only 2 that came out what I'm really looking for, these 2. But I'm thinking I might make some use of this one. I don't know. What if I were to paint over, where are those arrows at? Give me a second. Where are the arrows? Here. What if I were to take the current paint job and go over it with the glorious gold? What would that look like? Don't know. But not the glorious gold, the splendid gold. Because it seems to me like the splendid gold might be my best bet and being kind of almost semi-transparent, I guess you'd call it. That might actually make a good effect. I'm gonna give it a try, see what it turns out like. All right, not bad. Not bad. I think it's a lot brighter, which is what you want on stage. Compare this, give it a little contrast. But it needs to really pop a little more. And I think after this dries, I'm gonna do that popping with the feathers and the maybe the tip. I don't know. Boy, I forgot that craft paints do not dry fast, like at all. So I'm going to be sitting here for a while, waiting for this to dry. I wonder if I could find another spot for it so I could start working on this one, because there's some stuff I want to experiment with. And it seems to me that I could get my little highlights on and then brush. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. Yeah, I'll have to think on it. Alright, I am back. I think this may be the completed project. Got a little silver on the feathers there, the fletches, I think they're called. Probably why they call arrow makers fletchers. Now you might notice one of these feathers has a slightly different color to it. I thought I'd do a little experimentation. Now I'm going to ask you, can you tell which feather is the one with the other color added to it? Neither can I. I think it was this one. Heck, if I'm wondering which one it was. The idea was, you know what? I'd make one feather slightly different, because that's how arrows are done. You have to have one feather different so you know which one goes on the outside when you're firing the arrow. But I couldn't tell. It was this, where is it? Champagne gold. All it really did was kind of made it slightly glossy, but you can't even tell on the metallics, so I'm not going to mess with it. So all I really needed was the splendid gold and the shimmering silver. That's the only two colors I really needed. And to be honest, I'm not really even sure I should even bothered with the silver. I just added them to make it more interesting looking. So I got to thinking, the show that this is going to go toward is Sherwood Forest, which is being done this weekend at the Port Arthur Little Theater. And if I remember right, the story is this is supposed to be an award for whoever whoever wins the archery competition. In which case, I probably shouldn't even mess with this silver part. This is the other arrow, and all I have to do is paint this end part here gold. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do all of this gold and give this one here, because how hard will it be if they don't like this one but they do like this one? I just paint this one with the sparkling gold. If they like this one and don't like this one, then I take the shimmering silver and I add it to the feathers and point. So yeah, I think this is effectively done, at least the video is. If you happen to be in the Port Arthur area, I'm going to try and upload this tonight. And maybe that'll give a couple people a heads up on what's to come for the Port Arthur Little Theater. Anyway, an odd random video. This is your RPG Archivist. Next time, I don't know, maybe I'll do a little painting of my miniatures next. I mean, you see them in my videos all the time. Anyway, this is your RPG Archivist, and see ya.